Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales Across Time and Space, Lost Ponies. Welcome to Dawn's Watch. Sorry, I got distracted. My thing is not showing up in the side here, so I don't know why my icon's not showing up there. Technical issues, not terribly important, but still a thing. As always, I am Thomas, your game master, and I am joined by
Magical Trevor playing Moon Snow, the full pony leather wing ranger.
Jane, it's your turn.
Jane? Stop.
Yes, Jane, you're still a robot.
Yeah, very much.
Okay, now am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Alright, hi, I'm Janie SB, and I'm playing as Solaris, the cat cleric of the author.
I'm Kitsune, and I'm playing Lilith, the Ball Pony Unicorn Rogue.
And I am Zystun, and I am playing Razzleberry Punch, the Sun Earth Pony Monk.
Now we just need to get some sort of moon into you, and then you're basically a solar system.
And just get what?
A moon? Giggity?
Hello?
I do not accept the ship.
I don't have either.
I don't know. I like the idea of it just because we could nickname it Solar System.
Okay, I'm moving towards the ship now.
Whoa! I'm the sun.
But Razzle's a Sun Earth pony, and then if we add a moon, we're looking at a solar system here.
Do I need to remind you people that Lilith is very possessive over what is hers?
Well, Razzle can be hers as well.
Yeah. That's what a harem is for.
Yeah.
We are not a harem! Lilith does not share.
Oh, the harems.
Anyways, shipping discussion aside, last we left off, you had finally been introduced into your extended family. Wait, why is this not... Okay, my preview's not updating. That's fun. But apparently it is updated in the program, which is the important part. I just don't get previews here. Let me test something here. Okay, good. That's working. So yes. Last we left off, Moon had been finally introduced to his family, though they seemed to be made out of elves instead of kitsune. But once introduced to there, and you were introduced to the butler Jeeves with an apostrophe in there. I'm not sure where it might migrate. Who soundly thrashed Razzle with a pillow, and left you in the care of a maid known as Key. After a bath and small conversation later, you are presented to an old-looking elven woman who turned out to be an imposter. Ooh! We have a shout-out to the chat for we have actually activities.
What is that?
My God! We have chat?
Also, and now that remind me, shout out to Enster, our newest subscriber to the channel on YouTube. If you too would like to be informed of these informations, I can talk! I swear! If you'd like to be informed of when we go live automatically, you can subscribe to us either on Twitch or on YouTube. I guess subscribe's not the term for Twitch because that means something else. You can follow us on Twitch and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Got it.
Or you can join our Discord.
That too. There is a link on the bottom of there. On the bottom of the page, I think it's TinyURL I used, / Tales Across Discord. But yes. Sorry to interrupt the last time monologue with plugging the show that you're currently watching. But yes. Soon, though, Moon managed to see through the trickery of his kinfolk and deduced correctly that the matriarch he was presented with was not the true one, the true matriarch of the family, but rather a decoy meant to test his mettle. He correctly figured out that Key was the one who had was actually the matriarch. And now we join the heroes in a empty room, save for Jeeves, Key, who had introduced herself fully by her full name, Kiyomi Arihambra, and as the matriarch of the Arihambra clan. Let us begin. So, you find yourself in this empty chamber, and with just the two other elves. Or are they elves? What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna get drunk.
As always. No, now's not the time for that, Dustin.
Wait. How can you get drunk?
Aren't
Why
you
are you
always
not drunk already?
I'm sorry, I'm more drunk.
There you go.
Thank you. That's much more reassuring. Really. Moon. I don't want to say it's just sitting there, but it's at least moderately clear that he's thinking. Probably thinking a bit too hard, but
No worry. Hey, and she kind of looks over you and, well, this room is a bit stifling, I think. We have a feast prepared.
Food. Free food is the best food.
Yes, and I believe you have earned it for the evening. Jeeves, the charade is over. You may escort them into the food chambers. She walks off, and as Jeeves bows and turns to you, follow me. And if you let him, he will lead you off into a dining hall.
We will, of course.
I'm surprised Razzle didn't say, you didn't say Jeeves says. Or something.
Come on, give him some credit.
You're right, he wouldn't be able to think of that joke. Okay, I'll stop being mean. For a minute, at least.
But what if we lose all our viewers? You're not entertaining when you're not mean. But yes, anyways. You are led into a spacious dining hall with a massive cosmopolitan cornucopia prepared on the table. There is various seating positions with various chairs designed for both quadruped and bipedal seating comfort.
Razzle, being the weirdo that he is gonna sit in the bipedal chair.
You do you, man. You do you. Word space. So yes.
Obviously, I'm going to grab one of the chairs with the most fluffy of pillows.
They're all wood chairs, actually. None of them have pillows on them.
Oh, no fluffy chairs. Darn. Curses.
I'll say Moon will pull out a chair for Lilith with his tails and use a wing to absently push it back under her. He's rather clearly working more off of habit and autopilot than like super self-conscious.
Yes. Yes, and at the end of the table, at the head of the table, I guess is the best way to describe it, is you see a key, still showing still an elven woman and everything like that, but the difference in posture dress and everything. She has gone from, being a little cute maid to a, why is the embed not working now? Sorry. To looking the full regality and thing. Noticeably she's not... Let's see if that works. Oh! Okay, I guess the embed of the chat will not work on this one. Sorry, people. I need to update that after tonight. But we're in mid-game here. Yes. Words. Yeah, so she looks very much the authoritative. Still looks, does not look like, age-wise, like she is the elder matriarch of a clan, but everything
she
else...
is the fancy now.
Yeah. Everything else sits in there.
Sometimes it's just all how you present.
Getting flashbacks to Megamind. You know what the difference between... Your entrance was good, but you know what it lacked? Presentation!
Oh. No. If you're gonna quote that move, if you're gonna quote one of my favorite scenes, you're gonna quote it right. You're a villain, all right, just not a super one. And then he's asked what the difference is.
Okay.
Presentation.
Okay. Sorry, I've only been able to see it like once a decade ago.
Yeah, no.
I watched it a few months ago again.
I really like it. Really like it. It was really informative for me on the superhero genre as a whole. It really affects how I deal with it. But anyways,
Yeah, we can
focusing back on the story.
Once you've all sit, and she just kind of rings there's a little bell. You hear the chiming of a bell, but don't see where it is. But it just kind of instinctually kind of draws the attention towards her, because it sounds like it's coming from her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as this is an introduction, as it were. I was not sure what to have of the staff prepare, so we went with everything.
It's a good call.
Because he will eat anything. As it, like that, a very, very subtle jab of both A, nothing you make will go to waste, and B, yes, it's a subtle jab that he has no palate.
I think you mean anything and everything.
Yes, that's what I. Yes, that's the point. You have no palate, therefore you cannot distinguish good from bad.
In addition, she chuckles quietly to herself and says, "In addition, we have made arrangements. We have rooms for you, for all of you, in each rooms for each individual to stay in." She's, something a little you can catch easily without much difficulty is that the stress on the word individual seems a little intense for what she said.
Yep. I'm sure it's directed towards me.
If it was, even you can't kind of gauge that. Yes.
Moon Snow is already kind of like, yeah, like you're gonna keep my cat in a separate room. That's fine. Not that he's saying or even like has that on his face, but in the back of his mind, he's just thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be hilarious. I've got to watch this." How they think they're gonna pull that off if they're including my cat.
I like how you went with cat and not girlfriend, but okay.
Well, I mean that was a given. Like,
Yes.
Brain work. Think. Okay, so is the food like already out, or is it like they're okay?
Yeah, it's basically the table is set and everything, and once you all also a small detail. Once you all take your seats, the remaining seats just kind of dissolve. Okay. They kind of fade away. Is I guess the best way to describe it. It looks like they were there. They just slowly become more and more transparent until they're gone.
House elves, got it.
Yeah. Okay, we picked.
It's
the right
funny because they look like elves.
Falling on their ass.
So yes, and she, feel free to begin. And 1 second here, I gotta clear my nose. So much phlegm today.
Yeah.
I got him sick.
Or her sick. We really don't know. It's hard to tell.
Both got it about the same time.
So, but yes.
I have a made-up food that I want to ask if it's here.
All right.
Are there any moon melons?
Yes.
Can I?
There are not any more.
I was gonna ask if I could roll stealth to lick all of Moon's food before he eats it.
That is both. Like, I'm gonna say no on the count of physics.
Okay.
But I want to try some moon melon.
Also, like, if you try to take one of the moon melons, there's gonna be a fight.
Would you fight me?
No, because you're asking for one politely. Above board in another shard of Everglow, they were a made-up food that is like every Leatherwing's favorite food, period.
There are also mangoes.
Mm.
Well, yeah. So, it's like, no, they are mine. They are rare, they are yummy, they are mine.
Okay. Well, then I will settle for a one-piece Luffy eating scene with rest.
What?
Have you not seen One Piece?
Nope.
Okay. The main character basically made out of rubber and he eats a lot, so you can kind of imagine.
You know how crazy, Goku and Naruto get when eating? Luffy can do it effectively because of his power.
So you're gonna get some gum gum fruit then?
Yo ho ho, you fight a gun gum. There, I sent a thing in the Sharon.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm going to be trying to show some dignity since we're, in a very classy eating establishment. I'm going to be doing my best to eat very professionally, or as much as you can for having, paws instead of fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. Our one plus size that she's talked to Razzle. She probably knows not to expect any sort of decorum from Razzle. I don't think she's gonna hold it against us for Razzle, or at least not strongly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm going to try to be the opposite. I'm going to show a above my average amount of politeness just to make up the fact that Razzle's eating here.
Yes. And she kind of she eats at a moderate pace, kind of thing. But she's like, so I hear you were an adventurer? The matriarch.
Yeah. It seems to take Moon a second to like snap out of his like moon melon. I don't want to say fervor, but like like almost like how you get stars in your eyes and you're just like you're almost like spacing out because of it's like oh right
He's very drunk right now.
He relatively quickly finishes his mouthful and then sort of nods and explains that with mom and dad wanting to have another child or two, he felt it was finally time to leave the nest, see the world like his father had, and
you got kicked out.
All right,
what?
You got kicked out. Sorry,
No?
I'm method acting, so I'm eating.
He just kind of blinks and says, if it makes you feel better, sure. But it wasn't necessarily my intention to come directly here, but it sounded like things were dire enough that, well, considering we were mostly just trying to solve problems and whatnot, we figured that, good as place as any to, come and find out what's going on and see if we can't, take care of whatever's in the water or ambient magics that's... He just, his paw waves a bit as he's trying to figure out, like, how to phrase it, basically, very clearly indicating he knows something in the air, water, or magic is causing the elfening.
I'm sorry.
I like how you went with Razzle's natural one answer of like why there's too many elves.
Sorry, what? I didn't hear that.
That elfening was a natural one that Razzle rolled.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry then. I completely forgot whatever you said my accurate thing was. I'm sorry. I guess I was more distracted last week.
Yeah, if you gave us an out of character reminder real quick.
Well,
I'm sorry.
you were trying to figure out what was going on. You're trying to solve the dispute between industry and the colleges over some ancient texts. So you're about to head out to a ruin for Blight when the mercenary they had hired to bring you into the town safely to present yourself before the family interrupted and brought you here.
Right, and then you had us roll for something to figure out why it seemed that there were like a bunch of elves and... Okay. I'm sorry, I okay.
Those rolls
You're okay.
Yeah, no, those rolls, it's just... it was... Okay, I'm gonna pull back the curtain here because I think this is something you should have figured out at this point based on your rolls. Your family is disguised as elves to blend in more with the elf-heavy nobility.
Yeah.
They aren't actually elves.
Well, okay, because I was confused because above board, they can't do that. They can disguise as humans. So I was like, okay, something has affected their magic, so that way their human disguise shows doesn't like... Like, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. But if they're a noble, if they're a noble family with influence within an elven culture, that could very well just be something that has transitioned over time in successive generations.
Yeah, and that it's one of those that makes sense. I've just never ever encountered that in any other game, so I just wasn't thinking of like that sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. No.
No problem.
That's what I get for trying to limit the power of the world. It's my own fault.
Yeah, and you did get that whisper I sent you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I mean, it's also been like at least half a decade, so he's not immediately like.
Yeah, I know. I'm just also
2 + 2 = fish.
Also, quick question here for this because I have to. On what terms did your dad leave the family?
I mean, there'd have been only 2 ways he could have reasonably done it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It would have either been he stole Flechette and fled for whatever reason, or he, in essence, went with their blessing. I think originally, before we found out we were, going to be doing the whole family thing here and whatnot, I think their initial idea had been there had been clan infighting. Not necessarily like a Civil War sort of thing, but just infighting. And so he was just kind of like, well, I'm not going to get stuck in the middle of this. You guys want to fight over who rules? Fine. I'll take the bow. Bye.
Okay.
Neither of you can rule until you grow up.
Yeah.
I think that was the initial thing. And honestly, if it's okay,
yeah,
I'd like to keep some variation of that, because that totally seems like something a Kitsune would do.
Yep.
I'm now picturing your dad as Hanzo.
Well, watch as we get over that.
Wait, if his dad is Hanzo and then we dyed his hair red, would he be my dad?
What?
Yes.
Sorry, anime
know.
hair. You know how Axel has the red anime hair that's decently similar? Sorry, bad joke.
Anyways, all right. I just needed to know to kind of respond to that. Yes, your father did have a sense of timing on some of these things. How is my oldest, youngest, middle?
He seems to think for a moment. He just kind of shrugs and says, fairly whipped. Like, completely unashamed, like, pretty thoroughly whipped.
But no, I was saying, like, was he the youngest, oldest, or, like, somewhere in the middle?
I have no opinion, or no thoughts, rather.
Alright, I'm going to just throw him in the middle because,
Alright,
so
that's fine.
yeah, so middle son. She smiles and says he does take after he takes more after his father than I thought.
Huh, I didn't know it was a genetics thing.
It's also a cultural thing. And just flashes. Okay, the grin that she flashes you is a little sharper than what you're used to seeing of an elven mouth, and you personally, Razzle, are getting some nightmare flashbacks, but it's not like divine flashbacks. It's just like, oh yeah, that's reminding me a little too much of the nightmare right now. I'm not comfortable. Kind of those kind of feelings.
No one else feels those. We're just to smile at him.
Well, no. She just smiles directly at Razzle on that.
Razzle's the only one who severely notices because he has the connection to the nightmare.
Yeah, they're yeah. It's more not. It's like nothing magical or anything like that. It's just, oh snap! I've seen that kind of look on the face on the nightmare's face before, and that's
Hashtag all girls are crazy. Okay.
Yeah, kinda.
Or at least that, the guys are more easily put in the line. Cough, cough.
Hey, I'm being honest here. Like, kitsunes are a matriarchal culture. That is a thing. And and I'm honestly running elves a little more matriarchal. Not probably to the level that kitsune are, but still enough that a kitsune family isn't going to necessarily not fit in.
Be going against it. Because, it just makes sense that elves would be, because drow are very heavily so.
Yeah.
So, considering they're at least distantly related, it would make sense that they wouldn't be vastly different, at least in that.
Yep.
Anyway.
World building!
Culture 101 lesson over.
But anyway, she turns back to you. She more turns to the group and says, "How is everyone enjoying their meal?"
Good.
Pretty good.
Quite delicious, thank you.
Yes, the food is very well prepared. It's not like, oh my god, I have tasted the ambrosia of the universe good, but it is good quality.
It is at least better than what you would be eating at the inn.
Very much so.
Yeah. And free food is best food.
Food and drink.
Speaking of drink, waiter, more sake.
You do not need more sake, Raz.
You can never have enough sake.
You are brought out as much drink as you wish for. And it seems to be strong stuff. Like, you are really feeling it.
Do I need to roll Constitution?
Really good to make a fortitude save.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it just feels like very strong.
Oh, this is.
We need to teach them how to make scrumble.
Actually, you see, Razzle, as you look over the table, you see a small leaden flask in the middle of it.
I will.
Moon exchanges a glance with Razzle, going, "There is a challenge." I will not let my eternal rival outdo me.
You see, you motion towards. Okay, what do you do then to get yourself the scrumble? Because as we've established, this stuff is hazardous.
Acrobatic flip for it.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
All right. Wow. This is not how I saw this going.
Okay, so we're both rolling acrobatics.
It's Razzle. Expect the unexpected.
I guess, sure.
Okay. Well, I guess with that check.
I'm going to use the hero point to re-roll.
Okay.
Aha!
All right. So
I will not, if only because I rolled a 15, and it's one of those, I'd have to roll insanely well to beat you, and I don't think it's worth it. I just want you to know that I'm putting up a fight.
Yeah, you'd only have a 10% chance to roll something better enough to beat him.
Well, no, I'd have a 15% chance.
He rolled a 19 and he has a +7. So you have to roll
a +8.
Yeah, so you have to roll. You have to roll a 19 or a 20 to beat him. Not tie, beat.
Yeah, but if I tied, that would still be good enough.
All right, fair enough.
See, the way I envision this then is that it's almost like it's... I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Like, you know how like it keeps flipping back and forth like I get with my tail, but then he like whacks it with a strike and it goes up in the air, and then like I use my wing and then he like almost like a chopstick fight over a dumpling in Kung Fu Panda, except, you know, with the
with alcohol.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that where there's some creative utensil use and aerial acrobatics, but eventually it firmly lands in Razzle's hoof.
Da, 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 da. Just start chugging it.
Okay, give me a con save.
Fort save, you mean?
Yes.
$24.
All right. You are fine. You are plastered.
Okay. I'm gonna say that's why I lost, actually. What you whispered.
Yeah.
However, it helps you sleep.
You are like as drunk can be on a skunk in a bunk. Something else that rhymes with unk.
Because he's a monk.
Okay. Whoa.
I'm surprised you didn't come up with that one.
It was too obvious. It was too low hanging a fruit, or so. I don't know.
In my defense, I have been up since 4:30 a.m.
Fair enough.
That is a legit excuse.
So yes. So, what is the like? Even for Razzle, you are drunk. Also,
that's better than I thought it would.
Also, all the while, matriarch, gotta remember her name. Kiyomi is just kind of sitting there smiling. Here, I'll toss that in the chat. Just so I...
See. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Okay, well that's good to know. Let me...
Name generators. But yes, so it's just smiling at your antics.
I was say it's probably glaringly obvious that yes, we've been traveling together for quite a while.
I'm not even batting an eye at this. Just nicely eating my meal in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're at it again.
Well, I am full, and it looks like you have had your fill.
I just wanted to tell you you're my best friend, Razzle says to Cruella.
Wow.
You always know.
I know, he's weird.
Cruella is just kind of glances off at Moo and is like, "What do you want me to maul him?"
He just kind of gives that shrug that says, "Do whatever you feel like." You're a cat. You do you.
So
Wait. So I have a very important question for the role play. Can I understand the cat since we are both cats?
No.
Oh,
Because it is magical beast cat. You are Fae.
Yeah, it's like
Fae-
can humans
Fae
understand
far-
monkeys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the equivalent. Like I shouldn't say far outstrip, but you vastly outstrip.
would it be possible with proper timing and interaction? I could understand it. Similar to how you can train a chimp to at least do sign language and stuff like that.
Potentially. It depends on what kind of route he takes training Yon Cat.
Excellent.
So.
I will befriend this cat.
Anyways, you know how a cat just says, like, you cuddle, you pet a cat, and then suddenly the cat just flips out and says, "Enough! I will rend you until so that you stop this."
Yes.
Well, imagine that happening with a cat with hooked tentacles, and that you have an idea of what just happened to Razzle.
Yeah. Basically, imagine Meowth just like quadruple slashed you and then tentacled you with spikes.
You remind me a lot of my ex.
Moon just sort of like pauses / freezes and then goes, "That's why he's so drunk." like that was the missing piece of information. Like, oh my gosh, guys, that's why he's so drunk. He started drinking because of his ex.
Or his ex left him because he started drinking.
Well, no, Moon's thinking it's drink because the girlfriend left, and he's just like, what did she do? I am deathly curious now.
Except for he's probably referring to the Gemnol he almost got married to.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to, but I'll let you imagine what you
can totally assume it the other way, but I got that pretty easily. It was like, yeah, oh, he's totally...
Hey, I was told there's no wrong way to fantasize.
Oh, God damn it.
So, yes.
Lots, yeah. Anyway,
Oh well. Please, if you are finished here, and whenever you are finished, Jeeves will show you to your quarters for the evening. Don't after, and in the morning you'll have, of course, free reign. Though I will, as the official presenting of you to the family, won't happen until tomorrow night. So if you have any other business or dangling threads you have to attend to, feel free to do so. You are welcome to do so prior to it.
Okay, the ruins were how far away again?
I would say, why don't we just say like 4 hours out of town?
If we're gonna have any chance of doing anything there, guys, we'd have to leave at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Great.
I'm pretty chill. Your place, your home seems rather nice, so yeah. I don't think you'd be in a rush to leave.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Darn push to talk. I hiccuped at and tried to catch it, but I missed it.
What?
I had a hiccup and I tried to get push to talk to come on, but I missed it.
Oh, so sad. But yes, also she offers, within that Jeeves may take you, can give you a ride in the carriage to anywhere within town that you need to go to.
Ooh, let's go to the bar.
Because
Anyways, each of you
basically. Sorry, go ahead.
Each of you are led off to your own rooms for the night.
I imagine Razzle like wanders off a bit, like.
Jeeves keeps finding you and kind of keeps ushering you back to your room.
Have you seen my fish?
Well, this is probably going to try to sneak consistently into Moon's room.
All right, give me a stealth check on that one. I'm gonna let.
Yes.
This is not strictly for laughs, so.
Oh, I know.
So I'm not gonna make Jeeves an auto nope to you.
Yeah, the Dustin I think would be a far more have to watch person at their point. They're like, oh my god, if we let this guy unoccupied for even a moment, he's going to break something.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Yep. You seem to. You wait till Razzle tries to wander off again, and use that opportunity of distraction to slip past Jeeves while his attention is elsewhere. Moon, you finally find your room as not being that alone.
Give me a second.
Just remember to cyber on your own time.
I don't think. Yeah, we don't have. I'd have to look it up. Okay. Is illusionary disguise strictly for self?
Let me pull it up. Helps if I can spell illusion. There we go. Yeah, it definitely seems to be self only.
Okay. Right. If I could have worked, I was gonna use it on Lilith to make her look like my cat.
Yes.
I couldn't possibly complain if I'm just, cuddling my cat.
They might give you a long look, though.
Details. Moon's just kind of gonna blink at Lilith and just be like, I'd rather not get in trouble with my family.
You're no fun. And I'm not leaving.
He's gonna then look at his cat and go, the records have shown I made an effort. This way, if they have some sort of lie or truth detecting thing, I can honestly say I tried to get her to leave. Do you really think I'm soup enough to try to fight her? She is a female rogue. I am a male ranged ranger. Yeah, I don't trust my odds against that.
One sneak attack later.
Well, he's just trying to have backups in case family makes a stink. That's all. Always have an out.
Anyways, time passes. You eventually everyone drifts off to sleep. Lilith,
Yes?
you're not one who is prone to ever let your guard down ever.
Yeah.
And so you've been waking up periodically through the night and kind of just move around, checking things, make sure there's no one sneaking into you, and honestly, kind of to your surprise, because some of this is just routine to the point of just like habit. You don't even really think about it. You see a figure lurking out the window, apparently looking like it's like looking into the room.
Mm-hmm.
As your eyes lock, the figure quickly darts off into the night. What do you do?
I'm gonna go check it out.
All right.
Oh, that's relief.
Asshole!
You're sleeping. You can't comment. I'm gonna let your stealth check ride for right now, getting out of the room.
Okay.
You're not noticed leaving the room as much as you were entering it.
Yeah.
So you find yourself on a rooftop, and you just see a figure, a darkened figure, silhouette of a figure against the. Of course, it's a full moon, because why is it anything but? Meanwhile, on the other, Razzle, you are having a hell of a hangover nightmare.
Oh. The best type of nightmare, a hangover nightmare.
This is so relaxing not having Razzle here. I'm just chilling in my room, catching up a little bit.
One might say your patron does not approve of your drinking habits. But yes. But yeah, you see it running off to the edge of the thing before pausing, looking like it's surveying the something below the edge of the roof. What do you do? The figure does not seem to have noticed you.
I think I'm gonna keep following it.
Okay, so you're gonna try tailing or try to catch up and take and capture.
Tailing.
Okay. I'm gonna have you give me another stealth check here, love.
Yep, I know. I figured.
Right. You seem to be, you follow enough distance, and you kind of move and anything. The armor you wear is so effortlessly to move around in. It's like you're wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. But yes. I think that's Moon's line.
I'm sure.
But yeah, and you even pull off at one point a cool Batman glide with the wing cape you have. And you just kind of follow her. It definitely, as you kind of follow, you can kind of pick out little bits of the figure. First off, person's wearing basically a bodysuit that kind of shimmers. It kind of distorts the way light flows around it. It's not like that as much as you are seeing a black spot, as there's just like a void that there isn't something when there should be something.
Mm-hmm.
But you managed to kind of, because you saw it in the first place. You kind of, and you've never really you kind of kept catching them at points and times. The other thing is, it is a feminine figure.
Okay.
And they are wearing a kabuki mask, like a full face kabuki mask. So these are the little things you find. Eventually, though, let me look over the map here. I gotta clear out some character sheets that I was looking at from earlier. Yeah, you find yourself, after a fair amount of journeying, you find yourself over in this area. If you can see the ping there, the little green district.
Second. Yep, I see that you are here.
Yeah, the Yori here is where the party is. That green district to the lower left down here is where you are.
I see it. Yep.
Just to give you an idea about how far away you are. You see, the town. It's got a little poor, but it's still fairly nice. But she climbs into the upper window of what looks like a shop of some sort. What do you do?
I'm gonna follow into the window.
Okay. Right, yeah, you kind of quietly creep into the window, and you hear some voices talking. One is a more gruff voice here than the other, which the other one seems silky, like unusually so. Like there seems to be something odd about it, and the voice almost seems to be slipping out of your mind as you try to grab it.
Yeah.
So 1 second here, I just need to look something up. Where did I put that? I know I put that there somewhere. Oh wow! Okay, that's that character. Okay, it's a gruff female voice is the other one. So it's they're both female. One is that silky and seems to just slip out of your ears. The other one is just more of a standard gruff female voice. Let me see what you found for me today. Yes. Not your best haul, but I say I can give you 3 gold for the lot for the night. And then the other voice responds, "Come on, 3 gold for this? There's much better thing. You could probably find 10-fold of that on the market." Yes, but there's finder's fees, delivery fees, and I'm assuming some risk here too, and I gotta compensate for risk, especially this. As you creep down to there's a staircase where you can see the voices coming through. Do you creep closer to look down?
Yes, I do.
All right. As you creep over to the edge, you see you see the figure you've been following, as well as I completely forgot to think of the species for this. Okay, griffin. It's going to be a griffin.
All right.
A griffin woman. Her front is that of a red-tailed hawk, and the back is one of a jaguar. So.
Wait, I didn't hear the hind part. Sorry.
Jaguar.
Okay, thank you.
So, and you see her holding up what looks like to be an amulet of some sort. I mean, you see this? The heraldic crest. And not to mention, your whole leaving a calling card when you've stolen. That does not make selling these things easier. So really, I'm giving you a steal here. No one else in the city is going to be able to sell these off but me, and you know it. She just kind of rolls her eyes and is like, you know what? The money is not what I'm in here for. I just want to make sure that these things that I'm doing, that I'm not letting rewind that. I'm just making sure that you're doing more than just lining your pockets. You okay? With how long you've been doing this, give me some respect here. Alright? Alright? Trust good old I also forgot to name this character. Sternwing. Let's go with Sternwing. Alright? Look, we all know you're in it for more of the show. Making money on the side. It's a perk. I get it. I'm not trying to take advantage of that fact. Anyone else walk through here, I'd probably give them the same price, maybe a little more because they're a little less heat on them. Alright? In a body language version of rolling the eyes, the one that was called Yokai kind of shrugs and just in resignation. And Sternwing goes and grabs a small sack of coin and puts it in hand and tosses it to Yokai, and who grabs it, and you don't know where she sticks it, but it just kind of disappears into the kind of that weird shimmering outfit they have.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if you pull off anything big too. I'd like to have a challenge. Of course, Yokai responds and turns to walk towards the stairs. Where you currently are eavesdropping, what do you do?
I think I'm gonna sneak away from the stairs to not get caught.
Okay, so, and are you going to try to keep following Yokai, or are you more interested in what's going on down here? Okay.
I'm gonna keep trying to follow Yokai.
Alright, give me another stealth check.
Yeah.
I would suggest hero point.
Yeah, hero point.
Alright.
Do I roll again?
Yep. That's
she is heroic. Look at her go. I already promised my hero point from last session to her, so roll again.
Oh yeah, because I gave you mine, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Okay, I think there's a point where Face just stop it. And I think you reached this point.
No, because at this point, there's only one possible more worse thing that can happen. And if she does it, I would argue there's got to be some sort of bonus for going in perfect, negative, continuous order. Does anyone willing to donate another hero point?
I believe Jay is the only one left.
I almost want to see it happen just because it would be like, what are the odds?
all right. I'll be generous. You can have my hero point.
Yes!
Thank you. Dang it! So close!
So bad!
Failure is always an option, even when failing.
Yes.
But it was so close!
At least now you did super fail, hopefully.
So yeah, as you see the figure walk up the stairs, you kind of quick slink up. You find a cover. You find some boxes to kind of hide behind as she goes out to the thing. She moves out of the window without any issue. And as you go to follow her and get back up on the roof and try to figure out which direction she went, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Now, what are you up to?
Stab a bitch!
That's probably going to be her reaction, honestly.
Make a melee attack roll, I guess. Use
yes!
whatever stabbing implement you use.
Let me see what my weapons
Also,
are.
I like the fact that she goes to bed with Moon fully armed.
Oh yeah, totally. So where do I roll?
Click attack 1 under one of your attacks.
Attacks. Where am I attacked?
Second here.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. So click attack 1 under the rapier.
Or should I use the dragon claws?
That's a magical power of your armor.
Never mind. Okay.
I like to imagine you just kill an old lady.
Alright, well, click roll critical damage because you totally just crit.
I'm afraid.
Oh, and it's deadly! Of course it's deadly! Okay. Alright. Not the outcome I was expecting, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Is this the shopkeeper or the other thief?
No, it's totally the thief.
Oh. Okay. I feel a little less bad now.
You know this NPC that I put hours into making?
You just killed it!
No. If this killed it, then it's like, I didn't put enough time into this NPC.
Yeah, from a single attack shouldn't manage to...
It would still be funny.
Yeah, I was just having and to be honest, it didn't stat out the NPC. This is more of I'm just running it with it narrative, so I just wanted to have an idea of how damaging this attack was. Which, honestly, all things considered, not the worst thing that could have been rolled for the crit, but she staggers. You see the figure sagging back, and you can notice there's a very much more visible spot of blood, and it's like, and she's like, I'll remember this, and just poofs in a smoke bomb cloud.
Smoke bomb cloud.
Damn it.
Well,
She will remember this.
and also you now at least know that there's someone in this area that can act as a fence, so plus.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Yeah.
you may have just pissed him off, so.
I don't think so. From what the conversation went, it's not this person is specifically loyal to the yokai thief. It just happens to be the one they go to. So, you right now are standing on the building of a shop in I would call it middle-class neighborhood. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to scale back down the shop.
So you're going to try to go into the shop or just get down?
I think into it to check it out, kind of just study it, see what other things are being sold there.
Yeah, well, as you go into the window, you hear a click and you find a crossbow trained on you.
Fuck.
Now, I heard that it's more polite to knock it and use the front door than try to scale in through one's open window.
I'm not really into doors.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't care if you're not into... I'm pretty sure you're also not into being full of arrows, so mind telling me why you're here?
I was curious.
Oh God, please don't tell me you're an Alhambra.
No.
Oh my God. I do not care for that family.
I love how I'm pretty sure she doesn't even, like, understand. She's She's like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I just know that doesn't sound like me, and I don't want to be that.
Is that me? No.
Alright, so
Don't know who they are, though.
Well, regardless, little Miss Curiosity, here's what's in here. A shopkeep with a crossbow looking to protect what's hers. Any questions?
Not exactly.
How much is that amulet?
Do you often threaten your customers?
See, the thing is, you are not a customer. You are a person who broke in the middle of the night. So that qualifies you as, in fact, a burglar.
How do you know that I'm not a customer? Maybe I just don't like yours.
Besides,
do you hear yourself speaking?
She never does.
Well, I'm learning to live with this type of character.
She's been learning too much from Razzle.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it really reminded me of Razzle at the moment.
Look, you came in at 3 a.m. through my window. I don't think
you aren't shooting.
Good boy.
So I'm not trying to keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
Oh no. The only reason I'm letting her
in like full snark mode.
The only reason.
Down below when cars in the city go rushing by.
What?
Sorry,
what?
I'm making a music joke. Never mind. Forget.
No, I'm just letting her run off her the surprising amount of charisma she has.
Ah, yes.
So, what does so want to try that doesn't like doors crap with me again, burglar?
Still not a burglar.
I don't know.
You see, there's a difference between a burglar and a skilled thief. I'm a skilled thief.
Really?
Yes.
How skilled?
Extremely.
I think
that's not very descriptive.
And we're gonna kind of fade to black as that kind of gets hashed out.
Okay.
I don't feel like this is gonna go anywhere productive in live roleplay.
Not yet.
Yeah, so you know there is some tense back and forth, but yeah. Do you eventually tell her that you overheard what was being said, or are you keeping that to yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think I do.
All right, and so
because I don't really see any other way out of it other than doing the thing I don't like doing and actually being honest.
Yeah.
Ew, the truth.
Yes, but yeah. Yeah, so she like, all right, she is like, tells you to get out of here, but if you happen to find some stuff that's a little too hot to handle, and she's able she can probably take a look at it, but she requests you to do certain things to let her know in advance that you're coming.
Like not going through the window?
Oh no, the window is perfectly acceptable when you have an invitation. But basically, she just kind of details some steps that you have to do to make sure during the day to make sure that she is your some small letter or package you should send to her, and she knows that okay, I'm expecting you at night. So, and with that, you once you get the business arrangements done, it's like, so, take it you're new around here, right?
You could say that.
Well, question for you. Obviously you came here following yokai, which honestly is kind of impressive.
Really?
For a thief as flashy as her, she's actually kind of hard to pin down.
Not as hard as me.
You keep telling yourself that, hun. Pride goeth before a fall. But seriously, if you haven't heard of her yet, you will. She's a thief with a flair for the dramatic. Seems to be more about the challenge than it is about the pay. She likes to leave calling cards at particularly notable thefts. Honestly,
she's a phantom thief.
Oh yeah, no.
So stupid?
What?
So she's an idiot?
On some level, but honestly, after a bit, I swear you could probably sell those calling cards of hers for just as much as you could sell the stuff she stole. She's trying to build notoriety. A legend, it seems. Either way, she's got skills and she's got connections, so watch out. Because I don't know, in case you decide to stab her or something, she's not one liable to forget that. She looks at you
about that.
She looks at you knowingly when saying that.
How did you know I stabbed her?
Look, it takes a lot for that girl to smoke bomb off my roof. And you don't think I go to lock my own frickin' window when she leaves?
Apparently not, since I got in.
Oh no, that was me waiting for you to come back in after that. Also, the fact you forgot to clean the blood off your rapier.
It's kind of like a trophy.
Well, you're not wrong. I mean, there's definitely some people that would definitely give you respect if they believe you at least.
Maybe I'll make them believe me.
Like I said, pride goeth before a fall. Pride goeth before a fall. Oh God! Wait, isn't your rapier wounding?
Yes.
She is taking 1d8 bleed. Wow, she is seeking medical attention.
Well, that is notable. I guess you've made an enemy.
Well, yeah, I kind of stabbed her.
Well, that is the one thing, because either she has to go somewhere registered, in which case they're going to note who she is and whatnot, or she's having used up other of her resources for one of her other contacts in order to get it taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, anyway. I'm sure there's a third and fourth option, but I'm too
Well,
lazy
is there
to
like
know.
there are other options. Like, I don't know if are we under the curfew right now? What's the problem with her just going down on the street and going, "Oh my god, I just got stabbed"?
Probably the part about it being 3 a.m. But anyways, so I think that's it for the scene there. So we cut to the morning. I assume you return whatever you want to, but
Yeah.
You are invited to a breakfast before heading. A breakfast is set aside for you whenever you choose to wake up, and Kaomi actually comes to see you off as you leave, and just says, "Make sure and remember also, and make sure you're back in time for the presentation. I'd hate for you to not meet your betrothed on time."
Did I get married again?
Fuck what?
Says this to Moon, yes. And that's where we end for the week this week.
What?
So yes, thank you for watching us tonight, and to those watching us in the past, present, and future, I bid you all